Have you ever walked into the wrong room and had it completely change your life? Well, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you a story that proves sometimes the best Wi-Fi connections happen when your spiritual signal strength is at 1 bar. Picture this. Downtown, 2:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. Our hero, let's call him Marcus, sporting a beanie that could hide a small nation and more tattoos than a street art festival, is hunting for free Wi-Fi like it's the Holy Grail. His phone battery's screaming for mercy, and his data plan's already tapped out from too many TikTok scrolling sessions. Marcus spots what looks like a community centre. The sign says, Open Door Fellowship, but all he sees is the universal symbol for Wi-Fi glowing like a digital lighthouse. He shuffles in, AirPods firmly in place, playing his latest playlist titled Existential Crisis Mix Volume 3. But fate has a funny way of working, doesn't it? Instead of finding the digital oasis he was seeking, Marcus stumbles into what can only be described as the most wholesome ambush in history, Boomer Bible study, now in session. Before he can execute the classic wrong door spin and flee maneuver, he locks eyes with Sister Phyllis. Now, Sister Phyllis isn't your average church lady. She's got this uncanny ability to spot a lost soul faster than a teenager can type LOL. Her weapon of choice? A well-worn Bible in one hand and a plate of homemade lemon bars that would make Gordon Ramsay weep in the other. Oh, honey, you're just in time, she beams, with the kind of genuine warmth that makes you forget about your phone's battery percentage. Marcus finds himself guided to a seat, surrounded by a sea of silver hair and reading glasses, while his brain's still processing what happened to his escape plan. Here's where it gets interesting. As Sister Phyllis starts talking about Lamentations, something unexpected happens. Between bites of those heavenly lemon bars, seriously, they're like clouds of citrusy perfection, Marcus actually starts listening. Maybe it's the sugar rush, or maybe it's because Sister Phyllis explains ancient scripture with the same passion his friends use to break down music lyrics. The group's discussing how Lamentations deals with grief, loss and hope, themes that hit differently when you're 19 and trying to figure out life while pretending you've got it all figured out. Marcus realizes these ancient words speak to modern pain in ways his favorite sad boy anthems could never quite capture. What's truly wild is how this room full of people, who probably still use flip phones and Facebook, start sharing their stories. Real stories, raw stories. Stories about heartbreak, redemption, and finding light in the darkness. No filters, no edits, just authentic human experience that hits harder than any viral video. Sister Phyllis notices Marcus's tattoo of a broken heart on his wrist and gently shares Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Suddenly, Marcus finds himself opening up about his own struggles, his parents' divorce, his anxiety about the future. And these boomers? They're not judging. They're listening. Really listening. As the afternoon unfolds, Marcus discovers something revolutionary. The Psalms aren't just ancient Hebrew poetry. They're basically the original playlist for the human soul. Joy, anger, depression, celebration. It's all there, unfiltered and unafraid. David wasn't just a king. He was the original emo songwriter, pouring his heart out to God with zero chill. By the time the meeting ends, Marcus has 3 things he didn't have when he walked in. A Bible with his name written inside, courtesy of Sister Phyllis, enough lemon bars to feed his roommates, and a new perspective on faith that feels both ancient and surprisingly fresh. He starts exploring the Psalms like he would a new album drop. Psalm 23 becomes his chill track for anxiety. Psalm 139 hits different when you're feeling lost. And Psalm 13. That's his go-to when life feels like it's on repeat with no good drops in sight. Here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. Marcus starts coming back. Not just for the Wi-Fi or even Sister Phyllis's legendary lemon bars, but because he's found something his endless social media feeds couldn't provide. Authentic connection and eternal truth wrapped in unconditional love. Now, Marcus's playlists have an interesting mix. Between his usual tracks, you'll find modern worship songs and even some hymns that Sister Phyllis introduced him to. His Instagram stories alternate between aesthetic coffee shots and Bible verses that actually mean something to him. The best part? His own generation starts noticing. Friends who've been feeling equally lost in the digital chaos begin asking questions. Marcus becomes this unlikely bridge between Gen Z and ancient wisdom, showing that sometimes the most meaningful connections happen when we disconnect from our screens and connect with something bigger than ourselves. What started as a Wi-Fi hunt turned into a soul-finding mission. In a world of endless scrolling and digital dopamine hits, Marcus found something real, a faith that doesn't need filters, a community that doesn't care about follower counts, and a playlist that's been speaking to hearts for thousands of years. And Sister Phyllis? She's now TikTok famous for her lemon bar tutorials, but that's a story for another day.